Prizes. Now, you did mention a hyper carry, and I have to wonder if it's something like the Twitch, because Caitlyn is low mobility. Bard could catch Caitlyn out of position, but Twitch is actually stand and deliver type of low mobility that a Bard would absolutely stop.
Yeah, well, we've not seen too many here in the LPL, but it looks like Abel will commit himself towards that Caitlyn. Now that he knows his bottom lane, Caitlyn Tom Kench versus Ezreal Braum on the bottom half of the map. Abel, the mechanics king. He outranges Ezreal in this matchup, and perhaps he could use those mechanics to try to open up that bottom lane early.
Certainly could. Braum has a big say in that matchup, however, being able to stop those little cupcakes from being a monumental nuisance. We have finished off the team composition here for RNG. They're not doing a snake. They're not flexing the rise. Much more standard.
Instead, it's Cho'Gath going to the top lane. Zatai will be happy to take that against the Vladimir. Well, I mean, nobody's really happy to go against the Vladimir, but as happy as you can be for Zatai in the top lane. And SKS finds himself returning to the high damage threat Kha'Zix in the jungle.
Yeah, now you say that perhaps no one's happy going into the Vladimir, but Cho'Gath is one of the few top laners that is exceptionally happy to be into that matchup. The last time we saw this was actually EDG's top laner, Ray, playing the matchup, and he went Grasp of the Undying, and he went straight into healing and all of his runes to try and sustain through the lane, but that healing that a Cho'Gath gets with Grasp and with his ultimate and his passive is all scaling healing. So he will become super tanky just by sitting in lane, whereas Vladimir does get the damage from it. I think they scale fairly similarly, just in different ways.
We'll have to see how that matchup works out. Again, it's Amazing J, the heart and soul of BLG, taking on Zatai, the newcomer to RNG, but no newcomer to the LPL, one of the oldest players in the league with a massive legacy behind him. But now he's merging his legacy with the likes of RNG. And at not the best time.
Is his legacy as a top laner or a mid laner, Dom?
I see it as a mid lane because that's when I actually casted him, but I know from people telling me it's about him as a top laner.
Well, if you don't know, Zatai is a mid laner turn top laner turn mid laner turn top laner, and now he's here as a sub for RNG, and he's become the starter because he's actually just very good at both roles. He's very innovative with his champion selections. This time around, it is just going to be the tank, however, just going to be the Cho'Gath. But still, he is one of those few players that can make a Cho'Gath look like a carry.
We've seen what happens when a Cho'Gath can get a great flank and teleport in from behind. And if anyone is familiar with teleporting, it's probably going to be Zatai, knowing his propensity towards those split-pushing champions. And especially now that we see Karsa on the map as well for RNG, it looks like they might be trying to figure out something out
because it's 3-on-3.
RNG well aware of this. They start off with the early skirmish. Road, he's got the acquired taste. They're looking for Karsa. Road flashes back. Ming follows. It's first blood for Karsa. The follow-up, and he flashes to safety. Jin Zhao cannot get it.
Oh, Jin Zhao's in trouble.
Jin Zhao's got the acquired taste. And Abel gets another kill. 2-0 RNG.
Well, that's how you start a game off if you're RNG. You see
it, though. Dragon is up in 10 seconds. Herald is being summoned mid. BLG could be trying to push in two places here.
You have to wonder who they're going to send RNG to deal with that. Abel is currently there with Ming. Now, it's a Tom Kench, so they can rotate immediately. But if they rotate, teleports are actually coming in. They're going straight for it.
Yeah, Zatai is right behind them into 4. Xiaohu flash forwards with the snare. They've managed to catch SKS, a good 3-man rupture from Zatai, but he's stalled out. They've killed the jungler. True Shot Barrage splits in between everyone and misses. And so far, RNG are the ones who've proved they've got the mechanics. Jin Zhao has to step back. Amazing J with the early Hemoplague can't do anything. And RNG take the kill and take the dragon.
A team with a gold lead actually plays it calmly. They get both wins in the end as well. They deny the mid lane outer from falling, and the free Drake easy as you'd like for him. But Zatai's currently looking for Jin Zhao.
Rupture lands the knockup. Feral Scream plus some auto attacks. Karsa's racing up there as well. Flash is used. That's a stopwatch, but another Rupture is going to miss. Zatai happily tanks it, and they finally find their third kill, but BLG are collapsing to look for these follow-ups. Amazing J and SKS trying to defend as even Xiaohu teleports in.
They were looking for it, BLG, but they choose not to take it. The fight proving too risky for them, of course, once their AD carry is already gone. And to expire up there. Xiaohu.
Whoa, he's actually taking a lot.
Oh, no, that's not what you wanted at all.
That's called the minimap click, ladies and gentlemen. Jin Zhao puts the kill, puts the shutdown onto Xiaohu.
Oh, that actually just hurts your soul watching that happen. That's just the opposite direction. I'm going to say it was a minimap click as well. I agree with you, because there's no way you accidentally click on top of both of the enemies. You hate to see it.
Hate to see that happen. Xiaohu, the first death of RNG. It's actually been a perfect game up to this point. They haven't given up a dragon or a turret or any other kills.
But the comebacks begin. Xiaohu's tilted. The game's over.
Oh, boy. Still, I mean, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deficit so far. RNG, they're holding mid, they're holding top. Here's that play
yes,
again.
we get to see it again.
He just overextends, it looks like.
He was happy to 1v1 against Jin Zhao. He can totally pick him apart. He's got the Seraph's Embrace added shield here as well. And then he's like, I am safe. I am not safe. And he spreads his arms out wide. He ends up behind enemy lines.
But Baron started out by RNG. BLG rushing to
SKS
defend.
is nearby.
He's got that smite ready. A full
Oh,
level
they're
down.
smiting.
Teleport coming in. They leap forward.
He
It's
gets
stolen. BLG stealing the Baron. They don't even kill SKS. They let him leave.
And the smallest violin I've ever found starts to play quietly, Dom, as RNG's hopes and dreams start to dwindle because they chose to start the Baron. And as we mentioned with those turrets there, the fact that BLG can just walk over casually, the fact that RNG can't place deep vision because of those turrets, look what happens.
No one is defending mid lane, Rusty. BLG, they rush, they break down the tier 1 as is expected, but they sprint forwards and break a tier 2 with it.
Well, they trade.
Zatai will take the top tier 1, but Dragon's up in 10 seconds. It looks like that's the vision RNG was trying to set up in that area. And there's still 5 members.
It was 4,000 gold until this happened. SKS wins the smite battle in the end against the Cho'Gath.
RNG steps forward. Zatai races out with the home guard. Rupture onto 2. Xiao, who's trying to catch himself back up. SKS has fallen. Road leaping away. Realm Warp is going to send that really big Cho'Gath right onto them. It's a double kill now as Xiao, who continues to chase it out with Abel. Big damage. Athena is dead. Triple kill. Athena trying to chase it. It's Amazing J sprinting back to base. 3 members of BLG are dead.
And RNG do actually stand strong in this case. They turn it back around at the Drake, and they get a triple kill for Abel. Perhaps he's found his carry feed in this game now. 7-1 is the scoreline. The Baron buff does wonders for BLG, but how quickly that starts to get taken away.
Yeah, that raw stat advantage for Abel, putting out huge damage numbers. Karsa soaks a hit on the side, but it looks like RNG are replicating the play that BLG just made. Abel steps forward. Oh no, he flashes and tries to heal himself up, but dies to the point and click of Amazing J. That's going to be a Amazing J. And Amazing J gets a second one. Zatai now, but Amazing J, he's still feeling it. He sidesteps one. He's so low. Does not get the transfusion and goes down.
This game is coming down to individual plays as well from these teams. Amazing J so close to surviving. And how many times we've seen a Vladimir at 10 health press
Abel, a full 100 CS. Flame Horizon, his opponent. Karsa lands the bola. He's found SKS. Stealth sidesteps, but Abel with the headshot sends SKS back to base.
They're looking for top lane as well. Rengar has used his ultimate.
That's going to be the Abyssal Voyage to carry Abel towards Athena. And still the wave crashing in just in time. The wall, surprise! He shows up, Karsa leaps in, and the Baron is stolen by the Feast. Flash out from Zatai. He still dies as Karsa leaps to safety, but BLG, they want blood. Xiao, who's on an inhib in the meanwhile. And Karsa continuing to run for his life.
Xiao, who hasn't stopped as well, is going towards the end of the game.
Yeah, he's only got 2 more minions. Finally, it's going to go down, but now BLG...
Someone has to recall.
They're looking towards the Elder Dragon. Athena's finally there to start trying to clear this out. He's lost 1 Nexus turret, and that's the recall. BLG, they are split between a Rock and Xiao, who they are trying to decide. The Abyssal Voyage. Abel's trying to close the game right here. He does so much, but the recall has been finished. The Nexus itself is the target. They just need to finish it off. That's going to be a good Emperor's Divide, but Abel, he's got the fingers, he's got the mechanics to close out the series with his dying breath.
They made it harder for themselves than necessary, perhaps, RNG, but the victory is theirs in the end. And BLG, they were pressured, they were completely choked out and on the verge of losing the game. They choose to make the desperation play. I mean, ultimately you look at this and the MVP is Zatai and Karsa for getting the Baron, which allows the bottom lane to push as aggressively as it did. BLG, if they just got that Baron,